Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
And already we're underway here.
Oh, that's well spotted. Have our very first corner.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a throw-in. Chouameni. That's an imaginative pass. That's a good ball out wide.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I think Theo Hernandez is one of the most exciting fullbacks in the game. Rarely have I seen a player display all the qualities needed in a complete fullback at such a tender age, and at a time where the role of the fullback is even more crucial. He really is a diamond.
No argument from me on that. Mbappe! Oh, it's hit the post! Vinicius Junior concedes a free kick for that.
Chouameni. Nicely shaped ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. That looks a cracking ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Shot, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Madrid takes a shot! Goal! France! There is the breakthrough! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
France have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
It's just beyond his reach. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes...
He's had a shot! Camavinga. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught up, and the shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring.
Can he finish? Goal, France! And they've got their lead back. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
France take the lead. Now it's Mbappe. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Well, nicely intercepted. It's a searching pass. Pass somewhat off target. Koundé. Oh, it's Dembele. Gets a good foot in there. Camavinga. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, super fine. Chance! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And he welcomes it in.
Shot a goal! Mbappe is magnificent! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Madrid go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
He is through here. And we've reached half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
It's going to be another throw.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Foot in.
He has found the way through.
Valverde takes control of it and he's on the move.
And it's Camavinga. Oh,
And a chance! Goal!
Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
To see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking...
Mbappe! Relentless, just relentless.
And the lead is extended still further.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals. He charged for a shot! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Searching pass he's played there. That pass isn't the best. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Almost an hour gone.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
And he's surging through. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Madrid have reclaimed it. Valverde.
Hernandez. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a cute ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Hernandez. Chouameni. Koundé
Has created one goal already.
Dembele.
It's Dembele! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Look at the space here.
And claimed it back swiftly. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Olise. Chouameni knocks it into space. That's a shade optimistic. Rudiger aims beyond the defence.
Bakula!
Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed to get free. And the finish! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Corner number 2 then. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great vision. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Thuram. And the through ball. Well, that is one way to stop him.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Dembele considers his options. Looking here to alter the direction of the game. Chouameni. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. That's going to go a long way.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he was quick to react. Just 5 minutes remaining now. That's a little off target. And that's really well manoeuvred. Thuram. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Koundé calmly anticipates. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Doué. Tries to pass it through. Great ball, and he's in. Can he finish? And we're done. France can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, look, it was...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here. He's trying one! Spread out to the left.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Valverde! And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's had a shot! And he's there to get it away. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. That's been cut out, well played. Olise. He can get that clear. Camavinga. That has ended up in no man's land. Chance for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good.
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
And here's Vinicius Junior, played out to the left flank.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Stood up well to him there. Great vision. Upamecano kept his eye on it, and he
Could be danger here.
Doué. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Koundé. Upamecano. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold spots it and intercepts.
Valverde.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Doué. Half an hour played now.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And he's managed to get free.
Takes a shot!
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Rudiger. It's Bellingham.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
No way he was going to let him past. Valverde in acres of space out wide. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying.
Has a shot! Off the post!
He's gone direct here. Not the most accurate pass. Valverde. Barcola.
Strong running down that left flank.
And that could set him on his way.
Dembele gets into a good position.
Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Mbappe.
Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Saliba has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Tchouaméni. And it's Rudiger. Can he get on the end of this? Valverde picks it up out wide. Doué bops him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Vinicius Junior. Hernandez. And there is the half-time whistle. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any strong opinions on the first half?
France may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
And the game has already resumed here.
So the first half brought no goals. No, he's just misjudged that one. Koundé clears. Camavinga receives it in a good position here. And he's intervened well there. Dembele. Nicely spread. Back into the middle.
And the shot!
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And he's whipped it across. Oh, that was vital. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Valverde. Now it's Camavinga.
Pretty robust defending.
Aimed beyond the defence. Mbappe receives it in a wide position.
Up towards the hour mark and still no goals.
Doué proves too strong. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now he's off and running. So what can they make of this? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Chouameni. Olise goes for a shot! No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's heaved it away. Madrid have their second corner now. And he can clear it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Olise, and he cuts out the supply. And that's really well manoeuvred. Tries to pass it through. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, it's Dembele. Barcola. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Mbappe. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Doué shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's Camavinga. Lovely pass, but big chance! It's there! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Well, Peter, they've
Fired themselves in front.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
France can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Cleared without complication. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That is good alertness. Now, can they get him away? Camavinga. Doué. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Olise. Oh, it's Dembele. Played into space. Oh, that's clever. Courtois reads a... And that is that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, efforts, at times effervescence, but just one... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm...
Shot at goal! And the cross comes in. Camavinga. Camavinga! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice control. And it's Bellingham. Played into space. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Barcola. Oh, it's Dembele. And that's a danger. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, shooting chance! And that is wildly off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Real chance! Goal! France! And France are in front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Tries to pass it through. Tchouaméni spots it and intercepts. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Can he get it through? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. France are looking to go forward now. Nicely intercepted, and he's picked out the run. He is through. Great chance!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
It's a pretty loose pass. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now this could be a chance. Barcola. That ball looks a good one. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Rudiger. And it's Camavinga. Great vision. And that is a little undercooked.
Defending was strong and firm.
And here's Mbappe. And the finish! He's got a goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Now it's Mbappe. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, what a mistake! Now it's Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And this is Dembele. It's Dembele! And for a moment, time stood still. Decent chance! Has another go! Oh, taken with style! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Oh, he's been flattened there.
Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Eder Militao kept his eye on it, and he's there. Doué. Oh, that's a key interception. He's a sharp little ball here. And the first 45 minutes are up.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
France are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And the game has already resumed here. And he's had a hit! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now, can they get him away? That looks a good ball through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Mbappe. Great ball if he can get there. He's got away. Conte. He's had it taken off him. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's going to go a long way. That's a look and place it forward. Oh, it's Dembele. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vinicius Junior given the lift of his goal. And it's Doué. Threads one in. Well read, nice interception. Chouameni. And it's Valverde. Madrid finding their passes. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Paris ended up in no man's land. No, that's been intercepted. Hernandez. France looking to pass their way through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Camavinga. Neatly clipped into space. He's had a shot! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Camavinga. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Hernandez. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Doué. Oh, played right into his path. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Eder Militao has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. That's a good foot in there. Koundé. Here's Tchouaméni. Hernandez. Aimed in towards the centre. Doué! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Looking to play him in. Mbappe was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Can he finish? And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So now the difference is 3.
That has been cut short. Conte. Thuram. Conte. Now it's Mbappe. Koundé. Olise. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he shoots! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish of true class! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. It was he's gone for goal! No, it's wide. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold.
4 minutos de descuento.
Hernandez. Thuram. Tchouaméni calmly anticipates. Olise. Oh, well measured. Tries a shot! Goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And time is up. France can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Mbappe on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear.
And hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now.
Mbappe! Mbappe! Irrepressible!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his...
And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The movement so precise, the finish.
Oh, shooting chance!
And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Vinicius Junior most definitely hit it.
He's having a go! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Pass somewhat off target. And he was quick to react. Good ball, good take. Oh, that's fabulous. Tchouaméni did well to stay calm there. Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tries to thread one through. Always onto this. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Decent chance! Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Driving on and making good progress.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And the shot! Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Mbappe. Conte. France finding their passes. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Deftly away. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Tchouaméni promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Dembele. Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's intervened well there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And the through ball, and he welcomes it in. Real chance! And it's come back out to him. Goal, France! And the comeback is complete. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Great vision. And this is Dembele. He's found a way, shapes to shoot! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
France take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Tchouaméni calmly anticipates. Half-time getting close now. Barcola picks it up out wide. And the shot! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
France grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Tchouameni with the short one. And this is Dembele! It's hit the upright. Sticks it away. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And he's done it again. He's got his second. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
And already we're underway here.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Valverde! Mbappe! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Hernandez. Barcola. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks either. He's just not that type to dive into tackles.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Chouameni. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither
Has a shot! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Koundé. Conte. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a sharp pass. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Bellingham! And now a sudden chance to counter. That has been cut short. And they're quick to get it back. France are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Hernandez tries to pass it through. And a chance! Superb from Dembele! About as smooth as it gets. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
He's going for goal! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
That's an imaginative pass. Madrid looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the puck.
Mbappe! He's had a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Mbappe! Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Dembele. Bellingham threads one in, and he's picked out the run.
France really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And here's Doué. Chouameni. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Barcola looking to run onto it. Eder Militao. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Nicely shaped ball. And he's just misjudged that one. Koundé. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's made its way to him. Out to the right. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
France head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
France are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now.
And he's had a hit! That was superb goalkeeping!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Upamecano gets good distance on it. Well, that has not gone.